we did have a couple negative things happen while we were here back home. So we have had a few days to cool off. It's been a few days, and we were furious when we found out. But we, have calmed down a little bit. So Brianna called me and said there is a notice from the police on the front door. And so I had her take it off, take a picture of it, and okay, Christian, are you ready to brush your tooth first?
No.
Okay, let's see here. Here you go. Can you brush them? Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Yay! Come here, let me see. Show me how you brush. Oh, are you getting down like me? Good. Wow, you're sure good at brushing your toofers. Jay, do you remember the song I made up for you?
Kind of.
So that way you would brush your teeth when you were little?
Yeah.
And I said, brushy, 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 brush your teeth. Make sure you brush them really well. Yeah, do you like that song? So we're out driving around and we see all of the smoke over here in the distance. And it is pretty dark. So we are gonna go head over there and see if we can tell what's going on. Oh, look at this over here too. It's almost like they're setting things on fire. Burning things off. Looks like, yeah, maybe it's just a field. Yeah, there's a little tiny one over here. And then it gets bigger. They are burning the field. Yep, they're burning the field. Wow. So we are going to show everybody what we got from the festival. Everybody is super excited about what they got. What did you get, Emma?
I got...
Let's see if I can get... Okay, hold on. Let's see. That is pretty. Okay, so it's a stone or like a crystal.
Yeah.
And it was handmade. And then he gave you the necklace part to put on that for free.
Yeah.
But that is really cool. I love that. And that was the only thing that you picked out?
Yes.
All right.
And he actually gave us a deal because you guys bought tons of stuff from him.
We had a lot of kids pick something from him, and so he did give us a deal, and that was very nice of him. All right, John, what'd you pick?
I picked this little horn.
That is cool. And you think that they might be real horns. And they got leather on them, and then they've got some rope here. And that was really cool. They had a lot of other really cool stuff there too. You wanted Dad to get, what was it, horns with a mask?
Yes, it was like a skull.
Oh yeah, that's right, horns with a skull. And Dad almost got it, but it had some paint on it, and Dad wasn't really fond of the color of paint that was on it. Otherwise, I think he would have got it. Okay, Jade, what'd you get? What'd you pick out?
I got a wallet.
You've been looking and looking and looking for a wallet. You had some picked out on Amazon you liked, and you found one there. Now, the first one, what happened with the first one you wanted?
It was gone.
It was gone. It had a matching purse, though, with it, and so somebody took the purse and the wallet.
Yeah.
But we found this really cool shop, and he handmade, like, all of that embroidery stuff on your wallet.
Yep.
And let's see a close-up of that. Wow, that is so pretty. I love the colors.
And there's ocean waves.
Yep, and now you have a place to keep all your money.
Yeah. We want to see what's in it.
Okay, let's see what's in it.
There's a lot of money.
Lots of money?
Yep, here it is.
Oh, Teddy! You're so funny. All right, you're next, Rosie. What did you get?
I got a mood ring.
A mood ring. Let me see it. Let's see if I can focus. Oh, there it is. That's really cool. What color is it right now?
It's blue, which equals normal.
Oh, so you're normal right now? No big feelings.
No.
That's really cool. We had a couple girls get those, I think, that are after you, too.
Yeah.
We have two girls here that aren't very happy because what did you guys get?
We got mood rings, but someone lost mine. And I dropped mine in the crack of the bed, but now we can't find it under the bed.
That is why it is hard getting small things because they get lost so easy. So we will look around and see if we can find yours. Elena got one that has bells on it, and then it told your mood in the bells. Mm-hmm. And Lily got one that was just like Rosie's.
Yeah.
And so we will keep looking for them, and hopefully we will find them.
Okay.
Isabella, what did you pick out?
I picked out a poppet purse.
A poppet purse. This is so cute. Now, she actually has eyes that go on her. Mm-hmm. And so I need to stick those eyes on. I haven't yet.
And somehow it was opened and a pink one and fell out.
Oh, no. Did you find it?
No, but I'm
That's the problem with little brothers and sisters is that they get into things and then sometimes they lose them. I know Charlie, we need to see if she has a hiding spot because she likes to take things and hide them for herself.
Yeah.
So maybe she has a spot here and that's where everybody's stuff is.
If you can do on these two,
yeah,
these both will hold one inside. You can pop it inside too.
You can?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I love that. And it's the shape of Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? You're right. All right, Mr. Gav Man, he's next. So let's show him your little thing you got. And you knew right away what this thing was, and I had no idea. But bring it closer to the camera and we'll show everybody. So this little guy, his name is
Huggy Wuggy.
Huggy Wuggy.
He likes to hug a lot.
And Gavin loves him. And he also got this toy set, this airplane toy set.
Which I play with.
You've been playing with a lot since you got it. So that was definitely worth it, right?
Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
I'm going to play with it forever.
Yeah, look at this huge airplane in here, which is really cool. And you got a helicopter.
And it can do this.
Whoa! Whoa! Wow!
Ah! It's okay.
And Christian loves playing with it with you, doesn't he? Gavin wanted to stay here because you guys got like little matching stuffed animal things, right? Mm-hmm. Gavin got Huggy Wuggy.
I got Kissy Missy.
And you got Kissy Missy.
And this one's a baby.
Yes, Gavin got the baby, and you got the medium-sized one, but she's got hands that go together, and then she can clasp onto you and hang on to you.
Yeah.
The other day she was riding on your back, wasn't she?
Like this, like this.
Yeah.
She can do this.
Yes, just like that.
Yeehaw!
You're right.
Yeehaw!
And then what else did you get, Charlie?
A poppet.
You got a poppet.
She almost,
Hello Kitty poppet.
She almost grabbed Huggy Wuggy.
That is so cool. So you got those two things, and you guys bought this stuff with your own money, didn't you?
I wanted to save it, but they do.
You're going to save half of it, and you spent half of it.
I saved half.
Yeah, and you guys got that money from Grandma and Grandpa for Grandma Judy and Grandpa John for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we also got to eat M&Ms.
And you got to eat M&Ms from them too. You're right. So I wanted to show you guys what we got too. The first place we went to, they had the coolest stuff, and they had all different designs, and they had this cross. And on the cross is like broken seashells around the edges, and then these big, huge seashells on there that fill up the cross. They have all different kinds of things. They had dolphins and mermaids and just all kinds of things that we loved. But Sean and I really loved this. So we bought that one. And then actually in this house that we're staying at, they have a couple different pieces of their artwork too. And then right next to them, there was a gentleman, and now all this stuff is handmade. He made this, and it is a piece of wood, and then he puts a resin over it. And it is so cool because it looks like the ocean to me. So we got a sailboat because Sean really wants a boat, a sailboat in particular. And so I thought that this was fitting for us. So we got that. And that same guy also makes these. And he had all kinds of wood things that he made. But we decided that we wanted something that said Rockport on it, so we got this, and he had different colors, but this reminded Sean of a sunset, so we got this one. Now, everybody at the festival was so nice. Every shop we went to, people stopped and talked, and being in Texas is so cool because there are so many super nice people here. The lady that does these, she is actually the one that gave Lily and Isabella the free little ornaments to hang on the tree. So everybody was so nice. They have such beautiful items. I have put the cards up for the people's shops. If anyone is interested in buying anything from them or checking out their websites or Facebooks or whatever that they have, because they do ship things. So we have been having so many positive experiences down here in Texas. We've been having such a good time. The weather's great. Back home it's freezing and we left behind the snow and all that. But we did have a couple negative things happen while we were here back home. So we have had a few days to cool off. It's been a few days and we were furious when we found out. But we have calmed down a little bit. So Brianna called me and said there is a notice from the police on the front door. And so I had her take it off, take a picture of it, and text it to me. And do you want to tell them what it said?
Sure. Yeah, we were very upset. If you've ever dealt with anything with the authorities when you feel unjustly prosecuted. We were told that the letter stated that the city of Omaha, the police department, had found that we were in violation of having our car on the lawn, which it's our grass, but it's also kind of part of our parking because we have a half circle in part of our driveway. But our Volvo was sitting on the grass. We knew that. We just have a lot of vehicles and we try and make it look as organized as we can.
Well, we have a driveway that goes up to the garages, and we have a little extra concrete pad on the side for extra parking. And so you have them really nicely parked, like at an angle.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think so. At an angle along there, and then that extra parking pad kind of ends, and the Volvo was I think part on that and part on the grass. But I still, it was in line with all that. So I didn't really understand what the issue was. Not to mention, it's a nice car. I mean, it's a nice SUV Volvo.
Yeah.
And it's our grass. I know. So, okay.
Yeah. And the other problem they came up with, which I kind of get, is our fifth wheel sitting in our driveway. And it is a big one. It's 30 feet long.
And apparently it has to be 20 feet or under. Yeah,
which I didn't even know about that. But, so they're saying we had 10 days to remove those or they're going to be towed. So, obviously, our blood pressure was up. I was furious about the situation because one of our neighbors must have waited until we left and noticed that we had been gone for 3 weeks and then called, the city and had them
complained.
And so that was one of the problems that we've had. The second one, you go ahead.
So we got a letter in the mail, and so we got a picture of that sent to us also. And we were thinking at first it was going to be just the same stuff, a letter for the same things. And it happened to be completely different. So the letter said that we were in violation of the litter ordinance. Now, we live in a neighborhood that is like a kind of like a farm community in the middle of the city. So we have really large lots, you know, like ours is a little over a half acre. And people have horses and horse barns and horse trailers and tractors. I mean, like all kinds of things you don't normally see.
It's not your normal
neighborhood.
Suburban neighborhood.
Right,
it's an equestrian type of place.
Yeah, and so you see that stuff. Even RVs. People have RVs parked in their yards all over. So we didn't even think about it. But this notice said that we were in violation of having firewood not in a proper place.
Storage,
So we have it in the back corner of our property, and Sean spent hours and hours cutting and stacking it, and it's stacked in like this nice neat grid pattern, and it's in the back of the property. So I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that, but apparently it needs moved. And we've gotten so many compliments on our wood wall that Sean built, and so I'm not exactly sure why they don't like that. But then there's we took out those trees, and if you remember in the past video we did about the trees coming down, it really hasn't been that long. It was like the beginning of November, and so Sean and the kids spent hours and hours and hours taking out the stumps, getting all that mulch, and they put it in the back of the property in a nice pile. And I get, you know, that it's a big pile of stuff.
Yeah.
But we were going to use it in the spring once the weather warmed up, because right after the trees got taken out, it was cold. And so he was going to spread it around the house, and we were using it for the chickens in their coop to keep them warm this winter. And so I know. And so then the last thing was the Lexus. So our son is in the Navy. He left his car with us, and I don't know how anybody even noticed. The plates are like a month past due. And
that I think is what made us the most discouraged, was somebody had to trespass on our land to get to the car that was closest to, I think it was closest to the garage.
Closest to the garage,
And I don't know, you just kind of feel violated. It's like, is this land really ours, or is it the city's? Because in reality, it's the city's. I mean, depending on how you look at it.
True.
But because we could have the house paid off, and if the taxes aren't paid to the city and the state, they're going to take it.
Right.
So really, ultimately, they own our house, which is really a sickening thought.
But so that car is sitting there. We were either going to sell it for him or ship it to him, and so we decided not to renew the plates. Again, only a month past due. We had been driving it up until they went past due, so I don't even know how somebody figured out that those were a month expired, but they did, and that was another complaint then on us. And so, you know, here we're on vacation for a month, somebody complains, and then they give us like this notice that you have 10 days, and if you don't get it done in 10 days, like they're going to come tow the cars, they're going to come tow the trailer, and then they're going to come do the work on your property, like get rid of the wood, get rid of the mulch, and then they charge you for it. And so we were just, I don't know, we just felt...
It's a tough one to swallow, but unfortunately when you're within city limits, and we were annexed about, I'd say about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, before we bought the property. That was outside, and it was in the county, but now it's in the city, and we are to abide by their rules, and it's hard. It's hard, I think, because of the type of neighborhood, and we've worked so hard. But
so that's the last thing, I guess. We have spent thousands and thousands of dollars fixing up our house. When we bought it, we knew it was a fixer-upper. There was an older woman that lived there. Her and her family had lived there for, 50 years. And the kids were all grown and gone, and she just, couldn't really take care of the property. We saw the potential in the house. It was a great house. It just needed, like the trees cut down and the bushes cut back and stuff like that.
And it's too bad, because one of the things we liked about the house originally was all the trees, and we got in there and we started looking at what should stay and should go, and they were half alive and half dead and causing a lot of debris in the yard constantly. And
so we cleaned all that up. We painted the house. I'm going to put in a picture right here of what the house looked like before. So here's before. And then here's what the house looks like now. Big difference, you know, Sean has painted the house, he built shutters for the house. I mean, we've cleaned up all the debris, we've done the trees, the bushes, I mean, again, thousands and thousands of dollars and hours. We've added the front porch, we added the back porch. And so I think that was probably the most discouraging thing about the entire thing, was that we took this house, we have spent, you know, all this time and energy and money and put into it, and then to have your neighbors complain about you.
Yeah. And so, we are over it. We're fine.
Yeah, we're moving on.
There might be some anger that comes out in this, but we're over it. And we loved the house before we even renovated it and took the trees out. But and a shout out to those, you know, we have some subscribers that are former residents of the home, and we love dialoguing between us and them, and just a shout out to the girls that grew up there, because now we've got our kids growing up there. Just love it.
That's right. So that is our rant for the day, and we just wanted to share it with you guys.